Very good morning, all the students of fourth standards. We are learning the 12th lesson of our history, the Sage of Purandar and the treaty with the Mughal Emperor. This one point we are learning, and in this one lesson we are learning, and in this lesson last one point is going on, the treaty of Purandar. This point is going on, and some information about this point I have given you in a previous video, or I told you in the previous video. So then also one more time I will explain this one point, the treaty of Purandar. What could be done? He was not strong enough to fight the powerful Mughals. Shivaji Maharaj, he was not that much strong to fight against the powerful Mughals. Then what could be done? What could be done now? There is a problem, because he was not that much strong. He was not strong enough to fight against the Mughals there. All his political skill was also of no avail there. Whatever his political skill is there, whatever his knowledge is there, his ability, his experiences, all his experiences, skills were no avail. There was no any use of his skill or experiences. Whatever he has seen in his life, or what are the conditions he faced, that experience, talent, there was no any use. Everything was a vain. This situation was with the Shivaji. There was only one thing he could do now. So there was only one thing is there that Shivaji Maharaj could do. Now what is that thing? What he can do now? Which thing is there that he can do? The thing is there, he decided on a temporary withdrawal from the fight. So what is the things? Temporary withdrawal of fight. Shivaji Maharaj decided to stop the fight. How to stop the fight? Temporary withdrawals. We will withdraw the fight there. We will stop. So terms and conditions are there. If we feel that we are weak, then some of their conditions we have to accept, we have to follow, we have to do that. So terms and conditions, he temporarily decided to be withdrawal there. He would enter into a treaty with the Mughal emperor. So Shivaji Maharaj entered into a treaty with the Mughal emperor. What did he decide? That he decided to be enter a treaty. Treaty, that is agreement. Some rules or the laws he had to be agreed. So he was decided to be temporary agreement there, withdrew agreements with the Mughal emperor there. The treaty was he was ready to sign a treaty. He went and saw Jai Singh. This was a very sensible statements, things to do that. So Shivaji Maharaj went to see Jai Singh. Mirza Jai Singh was a very sensible person. He was very diplomatic, shrewd diplomatic and experts in the handling the situations, and he was famous. He was skilled in the statesmanships and thing to do whatever he decided that he commit, whatever he commit that he complete, that he fulfill, that he do. With his skill, with his ideas, he create that type of situation. Mirza Raje, you are a Rajput. Shivaji Maharaj once he met to Mirza Raje, then Shivaji said to Mirza Raje, you are a Rajput. You can understand our suffering. You know that how we are suffering here. You can understand our suffering. Emperor's campaigns have led the country west, and the peoples were suffering with a great misery there. I have undertaken this task to be established the Swaraj, that the peoples can live happily in the Swaraj. You should join me in this uphill task. This is a task. This task is very dangerous. It is uphill that we have to climb. Difficult to go there. So you can join us in our work if you agree to lead myself and my soldiers they will help you, they will become your trusted followers. Jai Singh was shrewd and diplomat persons that there was no any use of his Shivaji's words, and he changed Shivaji's mind to be sign a treaty or agreement with the emperors. So Shivaji signed a treaty, and according to its term, now Shivaji Maharaj signed a treaty. Now, what were the terms and the conditions of the treaty? According to the treaty of the Purandar, 23 forts and a territory with a revenue of 4 lakh ounce gold coins were to be handed over to the emperor. So what were the terms and conditions? Shivaji Maharaj had to be handed over the 23 forts from the Shivaji Maharaj side, from the Swaraj. He had to be handed over to Mughal emperor, and along with that 23 fort, he had to be handed over. He had to give the area of the territory which can be collected 4 lakh rupees ounce of the golden coins revenue that from that area. They should get yearly that much area of the territory. Shivaji Maharaj he should hand over to emperor. The treaty of Purandar was signed in the 1665. So in this way, Shivaji Maharaj signed a treaty with Mirza Raja Singh in the year 1665. This treaty is also known as a Treaty of Purandar. And what were the terms and conditions of this treaty? That according to this treaty, Shivaji Maharaj should hand over 23 forts and adjoining territories of 4 to collect annual revenue of 4 lakh ounce or the gold coins. They should get or collect 4 lakh rupees revenue. They should collect from the surrounding area. After the treaty was signed, Jai Singh also suggested to Shivaji Maharaj that he should go to Agra and see the emperor. Shivaji Maharaj, when the treaty was signed, Mirza Jai Singh suggested to Shivaji Maharaj, this treaty you have signed, but it is not enough. You should go and see to the emperors. There you should meet to the emperors. For the purpose, you have to go to the Agra. He also guaranteed Shivaji's safe return. Mirza Jai Singh guaranteed that you will be safely returned if you will go to meet emperors Aurangzeb to the Agra. Then also I will assure you that of your safety. Shivaji thought over the suggestions that no, this was the suggestion of Mirza Jai Singh. He thought over it, and he knew that the emperor could not be trusted. Shivaji Maharaj knew that we should not be trusted on the Mughal emperor Aurangzeb. He was not trusted. He had proved treacherous to his own brothers. He had proved treachery, conspiracy against his own brothers. He was misbehaved with his own brother. Then how we can be trust on such a person, one who misbehave, one who will do the treachery, conspiracy against our own brothers? We should not be trust on him. But in the end, Shivaji decided to take this risk and face the situations as cautiously as he could do that. So then also Shivaji Maharaj undertook this task or the responsibility to go and to meet emperors there on his birthday and to face the situations firmly. So he informed Jai Singh that he was willing to go to Agra. Afterward, when Shivaji Maharaj took this decision to meet Emperor Aurangzeb, then Shivaji suggested, or he informed to the Mirza Jai Singh that he was ready to meet Mughal Emperor Aurangzeb and he was ready to go to Agra. This was the incident here, and he showed his willingness that he was ready. So here the picture is also given that Mirza Jai Singh meets Shivaji Maharaj meets Mirza Raja Jai Singh. Here the meeting between them is given here. Picture is also here on the page number 48. So like in this way we have completed our 12th lesson. This 12th lesson, that is the treaty. The 12th lesson is about the treaty of the Purandar. So these lessons we have completed here. The siege of Purandar and the treaty with the Mughal emperor. So the whole lesson is also we can remember as a treaty of Purandar. Dilip Khan says to this fort, Morabaji died in this incident. After Shivaji Maharaj decided to withdraw the war, so he signed a treaty with Mirza Jai Singh, and according to the treaty, 23 forts and adjoining territories to be revenue of the 4 lakh pounds should be handed over to the Miss Mughal emperors, and also he should go and meet to the emperor's birthday to the Mughal emperor Aurangzeb at Agra. Like this, we have completed these lessons. Thank you very much. When once we come, maybe on the Monday Tuesday, we'll come with the next video, maybe with the question answers of these lessons. Okay, thank you very much. Bye bye.